Hello, neighbors. I can pretend to be awake. I'm awake. I just, I'm usually inside doing computer work, so I'm still sitting down, like, trying to function and not out walking. But I know that it's going to rain this afternoon. And not usually a big deal because I usually walk in the evening. But since it's going to, I don't like to break up my day, as in I don't want to go sit down for work and then get up and go do something else for 45 minutes and then try and come back. My brain doesn't work well that way. Like yesterday when I got frustrated with my sewing, I just picked a different sewing project. The other parts are still in there. I got to try and figure out how I'm going to get those done. I think I'm probably just going to have to pin the material. And pins are not something that we use because they take a long time. And it's going to add a little bit of time to the project. But I guess I'm not sure how else to get it done. I wish I could come up with a better way. I'll rack my brain on that later. So now it's just about, I know that it's going to rain this afternoon, or we're pretty sure we're going to get something. Not a lot, not very long, or, it's kind of scattery. But I want to get out here. And the other part of that is that it is only 75-ish degrees right now with a fairly decent breeze. I don't know if you can stop me and see the breeze. The trees all moving with a fairly decent breeze. I've got back up today. We're going through the teenager phase of we think we grow and we think we know everything. It's awesome fun times. And just 3 years ago I had babies. It's weird. Anyway, I like to do that. I'm not too frustrated yet. But see, this is me in the morning. It's 75 degrees now. It's supposed to get up to 95 today. And I'm not doing that. So I'm choosing, make smart choices, to get my outside walk in this morning so that I don't have to put up with any of that this afternoon. And I will do probably arms inside. Or, I can do them right outside on the front porch. I say front porch. I should show it. It's a big rug that I bought a couple years ago that's outside. And that is my front porch. I don't actually have a porch, and I don't actually have a cover over it, and I don't have actually anything. I'm pretty disappointed. Oh, that's what that is. I've seen these many times, and I haven't ever associated, because I call these, they look like Tyrannosaurus Rex feet. And I have not associated that with what they are until now. But, my friends, they are sarsaparilla. I should find it and transplant it to my next house. This tree, or this right here, has all of the pinky leaves. There's a whole bunch there. That's all poison ivy, my friends. Yeah, it's poison ivy. So everybody comments, leaves of 3. There's not a lot of leaves of 3 on there, but that's all poison ivy. All of this sticking off right here, this is all poison ivy. That is not. That is a tree. This is poison ivy. Oh, look at the birds. Great. I wonder where this one came from, though. I'll keep an eye out. There's other leaves down here that are just ones, and it has on it leaves of 3. Well, leaves with 3. Ones with 2 that kind of look like that, and then ones with just 1. I don't see them. Go, you birds. What do you want, Scrappy? He's not awake either. Oh, you're not awake. Get up, get up, get up. Exactly. So the camper, I understand. And I really have to think about it, that if you go camping, I should actually calculate this out sometime. If you go camping for 2 weeks a year, and then say every weekend we get about 3 months in the summer, in Iowa, you don't hear. For goodness sake, they are already back to school. They barely, I'm not even sure if they get 2 full months out of school in the South. It's kind of strange to me that it's flipping August and everybody's going back to school like last week. It's unheard of where I come from. We don't go back to school till September or August 29th or something ridiculous, like way end of August. And part of that has to do with, I actually think they put a law in a couple years ago that says you can't go to school before the state fair because, and there's still county fairs and stuff here going on. That I think the next county over's got a fair. We don't have a fair in our county because that's how cool we are. But I think the next county over has a fair coming up next weekend or 2 weeks or something. And I think that's just insane. What you doing? Okay. I don't know what that means. We're non-morning functioners. And yuck. Spider webs. The reason that they did that in Iowa was so that it kind of gave all of the kids and the families a chance to be able to go to the fair if they wanted to and not feel like they had to choose between going to the fair or going to school. That one's 3. This one's 2. This is a sarsaparilla as well. It's got like the 2 leaves. So there has to be a tree around here somewhere. I just don't see it right off the bat. This is my life. I look at trees. Yep, there's another. Those are the 2. Those are the ones. Anyway, we were never really worried about it when we were in high school. If there was some who would go, it was hunting deer season, so we'd go hunting before school, and you'd show up late, and your parents would just be like, yeah, they're coming in late today. It's not a big deal. And I don't think anybody, I don't remember anybody being like skipping the school all the time. It's not, of course we did that, but not all the time. It wasn't like I just only went to class once a week or anything. So I don't think it was really ever a big deal. In our county now, it's really stupid. It's psycho crazy. When we had the foster kids, we went on a trip. I'm trying to think of which one it was. I don't think it was the one down to Alabama. We went down to see the Gulf and let the kids play in the Gulf of Mexico. I think it was when we went to Iowa, because usually we'll take a week off and we'll go like leave the Friday so that we have the 2 weekends, the whole week, and then the next weekend and 2 days. So we were gone for a while. And every time that they have court, they have to get out. Well, you can only be gone with a parent's note like 3 times. And after that, you have to get notes from doctors. Well, I'm not going, we don't go to the doctor. I'm fighting with the doctors right now. I'm fighting with FastPace because they won't send me a statement of the account for my daughter. Well, it's because she's 20. Well, I'm the one that pays the bill. My credit card is on file. So send me a damn statement. I finally got to the point where I said, send it to her. I don't care. No, we can't do that. You can't request it for her. Oh, for the love of God. There were times I got into it with the bank when we had our old mortgage. My name wasn't on the house. Because we're old school like that and nobody cares. And so I would call in I knew they had updated changed how much I was supposed to pay or something, and so I would call in and I would just say, hey, I just need to know how much I'm supposed to pay you. Or I need to know, sometimes you pay, it got to the point where if you paid with a card, it was like $15 extra every month. And I don't like extra fees. So the other part of that is you could just pay you gave them your routing number and your, back when we had checks, and you could just pay like that. So I called up to pay, and they're like, well, we can't talk to you. Your name's not on the account. I said, you're going to talk to me if you want paid, because I am the payer. So I don't care, and I don't want to know anything about this account. I just want to know how much money you want. Because if you don't want money from me, fine. That'll be okay. I don't mind. But if you think you want to get paid, probably should let me know how much it is. There's too much bullshit about that in the world today. People need to go back to personal responsibility. Maybe I should start a hashtag vote personal responsibility. So yeah, finally I had to have my daughter message Fastpace themselves and have it sent to her, and she has to request it. She's like, that was really dumb. And I went, yeah, it really is. But then she received a message yesterday, some like text. They want to text you everything. To me, that is not a professional way to do business. Like, seriously, Fastpace, I can't actually get a hold of anybody on the phone. And even the ones that have a little, so you message them on Facebook Messenger. Ugh. It's the only way to get anything done. And then they say, you know, if you have problems, you can call this phone number. I've called the phone number and nobody answers the phone. I've tried to talk to the local people. They don't do billing. They don't have a clue. But it's really a whole crock of horse shit that they are allowed to, or that their business practice is. I'm not saying there should be a law against it, not that. But as a business, you take money out of somebody's account, you should kindly send a statement, tell that person why. That would be the good businessy thing to do. Instead, you piss off a customer because you guys can't pull your heads out of your butts long enough to tell. And I asked him, I was like, just tell me why. And she's like, I can't tell you that over Messenger. You can't tell me that on the 15th you took out $300 to pay for x-rays, whatever it is. Why can't you tell me that? Why does that make sense? That's okay. I will not be your customer anymore. That was easy. It's now no longer easy. So I will go somewhere else. They built a new building across, like on that side of town, and their old building on that side of town got taken over by another kind of urgent care company, and so we'll go to them. I don't have a problem with that. Like I said, we were able to go anyway. We just needed to go because we wanted to get her looked at. She needed a referral because she's been having headaches, and I don't like it. But then again, every time, so now she went up to get an MRI done, even though the insurance, I gotta go talk to the insurance now. Even though the insurance said it was covered and that was fine, it's not covered. They made her pay. And I don't know if it's because she's young and they're just gonna be like, hey, I can get cash out of you instead of having to turn everything in. I'm not sure. But we'll figure it out. And this is why people hate the healthcare system. And no, healthcare is not a right. Not like this. It's not. I'm not saying that people, I'm not moving to Canada. They're way more ridiculous than we will ever, well, hopefully, what was that? Is that the train moving? Or is that? Well, don't stand there, dude. Stop. It's not a woodpecker or anything?
No. That tree's been knocked out for a month.
Well, I know it's been...
When Dad and I were walking...
this one right here that's...
It blows the top part.
Well, they just kind of removed it, I guess, if that makes sense, because they went through and they shaved all of this off when they mow. I've never heard it like squeak like that before. Yeah, I'm gonna go back this way. I'm not having any tree fall on me today. I don't have time for it. One of my favorite sayings is ain't nobody got time for it. And a few times I use the word ain't because I don't really feel like it's a word. I don't care who you say, whatever. It's in the dictionary. It's not in the dictionary. It's not when it wasn't when I was growing up. Don't do it. I do kind of understand the word y'all now, only in the respects that it is an actual, like, it's a contraction between you and all, but I would never say you all what. I also think it's highly unprofessional to use in an email, but that's how our realtor, she would text, y'all gonna be up here, blah, 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 blah. That was a long time ago when we first bought this place. And yeah, more north and south differences. What can I say? My legs are still itchy. I look ridiculous, like absolutely. I look like I have chicken pox. If any of you are old enough to remember when people actually got chicken pox. Ugh, it itches horribly. Plantain stuff helps. And like I said, if you can get it on there right after they bite, then it won't blister and it won't itch. It's amazing. But once they start, and I did research that, they actually bite to latch on and then they sting you. And the stinging part can actually, like, it kills the like skin around it, so you can actually have like dead skin all the way around the sting area. So much fun. Move to the country, they say. It'll be awesome. That's all right, we'll get them taken care of. We will start working on healing that place so that they want to move out anyway. And every time we go over, we just get a few more. Take a few more bags of ant killer, put it over there. I'll probably make some homemade ant killer too. The problem and the reason we've been using the granules right now is because it's they're everywhere. There's probably hundreds of piles, hills of ants. And my ant killer would work. It's just going to take a little bit longer, and you have to reapply it a couple times and stuff like that. So we're going to do it the granular way and get it done quicker so we don't have to deal with this anymore. Now I got to get rid of the poison ivy because I think that's a thing over there too. Mostly in the woods, which is but I think it's a thing in the middle too, I'm pretty sure. Because I know I had poison ivy a couple weeks ago when we went there. The new place hates me, I guess. All of it's trying to kill me. No, not kill me, just make me incredibly uncomfortable. And I think part of it is I'm allergic. I must be allergic to the fire ant bites. Anyway, full day of sewing today. We're getting our chicken delivery today, and a full day of, I'll probably end up sewing all day or most of the day tomorrow. And at least part of the day on Sunday too, because I want to get caught up. And I have a problem with, they send me home with a lot of stuff to do, which is great. But then my trouble is it doesn't all get done, which it's never, I'm going to say all going to get done anyway. But when I see stuff sitting around that's not finished, I got to finish it. And we have to put our shed all back together today before it rains. So we'll keep you updated on that one too.